Welcome to Smithville Chamber Chatter, coming to you from historic Smithville, Texas. We're here to talk about all things Smithville, including upcoming events, updates and tips for and about local businesses, important news, election updates, and more. Brought to you by the Smithville Area Chamber of Commerce, I'm your host, April Daniels. Welcome to our podcast. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Smithville Chamber Chatter podcast with your host, April Daniels. We're excited to be continuing our podcast series today, sponsored by the Smithville Area Chamber of Commerce, and today's sponsor, Doug's Plumbing. Our guest is Jami Smith-Hanchey with Rising Phoenix Adventures. Good afternoon, and thank you for being our guest on today's Smithville Chamber Chatter podcast.
Thank you. Glad for you to have us.
Well, I know that in these times, our listeners and viewers are very excited to hear about some options for outdoor entertainment and activities and fun things to do in small groups and as families. So, bearing that in mind, I know our listeners and viewers would love to hear a little bit about your history here in the Smithville area and when your business opened and what outdoor events and services you offer.
Well, thank you, April, for having us. We have been serving Bastrop County for 21 years. I actually bought the business after the fires 10 years ago and have been working with families all over our great state to provide outdoor activities, canoeing, camping, kayaking, paddleboarding, and also our wellness classes. We have a stretch of river of the 6-mile El Camino Real paddle trail and also the 14-mile Wahlberger paddle trail that we provide paddling trips on. We also go 17 miles to Smithville and on another 17 miles to Plum Park, which is a beautiful stretch of river that we camp on. We do day trips out of and also go on into Columbus as well.
Wow, that just sounds fantastic. I got to try that, at least the 6-mile one. I don't know about 17 miles, but 6 miles sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to take just a quick pause, and I want to, again, thank our sponsor of today's podcast, Doug's Plumbing. Thank you, Doug's Plumbing, for always supporting the Chamber and our activities. So, Jami, I'm sorry that we have to always be thinking about the COVID-19 that's hanging over all of our heads right now. But in these times of COVID-19 and the worries over large events, can you talk a little bit about Rising Phoenix Adventures and what you do to follow safety protocols and why choosing an outdoor activity is a good alternative for families of visitors looking to explore Bastrop County?
Yes, April, we have seen the impact that this pandemic has had on our families. We believe that getting outside, enjoying the sunshine, fresh air has a proven fact to reduce stress and increase our health. So we want to promote our activities no matter what's going on. We have changed a few things just as the restaurants and other gathering places have. We only allow one family in our van at a time. We require masks. Once you get on the water, you can remove your mask and enjoy your regular exercise as the health agencies have recommended. But we are asking everyone to wear masks, use hand sanitizers when they walk into our facility. When they enter our van, we have that available as well. So getting outside, enjoying the fresh air and the beauties that nature offers us is really very important to us, and we want to recommend everyone to do that as well.
So, and I know I must admit to you that I love the idea of getting out on the river, and I did not think to ask you this before, so I'm going to ask you now. What kind of watercraft do people get into when they come to visit you?
It's very funny that you asked that because we're coming up on Labor Day, and it seems like after Labor Day, people start camping more. Camping, fall season brings campers from all over the place. Camping is a great outdoor activity, and we have such excellent public spaces for people to enjoy. Riverbend Park with their campsites, Plum Park with their campsites, and also many others along the lower Colorado corridor. Our kayaking has been a summer sport for many years, but camping, after Labor Day, people just change crafts and longer trips and longer activities when it's not, when the cooler weather hits and it's not so hot.
Sure. So aside from kayaking, do people also like get in canoes or that sort of thing?
Yeah. So when we say camping, that's the craft. That's the craft of choice for camping because you can load everything up and paddle down the river, set camp, pack up, and then we'll pick you up at your destination.
Well, that's exciting.
So canoeing's a great time, a great place for families to get together and enjoy the outdoors.
Well, sure. Okay. That sounds very fun. And I enjoyed canoeing when I had my son in Boy Scouts, and that just sounds like a great activity to do. And now I know you have lots of things coming up, but you mentioned the fall is just right around the corner, although it doesn't feel like it in the temperatures right now, but I know it's just right around the corner. Can you tell us some of the special activities you have planned over the next year? For example, I understand you have nighttime activities, and you may even be considering more stops in Smithville, as you mentioned at Riverbend Park. And tell us all about that, and tell us how we can find you online or give you a call and make a reservation.
Okay. We have September 2nd, we'll have a full moon paddle. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and also www.risingphoenix.com has all the information as well. You can fill out an event request for any activities that we have or any day, 365 days a year with reservation. We're open. The September 2nd full moon paddle is our very next activity, group activity planned. We have wellness classes as well, which will be periodically throughout the year. We were having them once a week, but with the COVID-19 hit, kind of slowed those things down. So hopefully when, things start to pan out a little better, we'll get a more scheduled activity. But any family reunion, anything that your family has, corporate events, scavenger hunts, team building activity, all of those things can be planned or coordinated through our event planning website as well. So please check us out, give us a call if you have any questions with rains coming, hurricanes around the corner. We keep an eye on our river flow, our safety of any hazards happening in the area. Please give us a call and we'll talk about that as well. Keep you safety first and fun for you and your family activities, events coming up.
Well, thank you, Jami. And I want to remind our listeners and viewers again that if you want to find out all about Rising Phoenix Adventures, just go to risingphoenix.com. This is a great example, folks, that for those of you that are listening in, if you're local, there's lots of great things to do right here in our immediate vicinity. Lots of wonderful, fun outdoor activities, a beautiful river to take advantage of, lots of camping opportunities. In spite of the fact that we are maybe limited in some of the things that we can do traveling away, we can stay right here in our area and have wonderful, fantastic adventures. And by the way, support longstanding businesses like Rising Phoenix that has been serving and being a part of our community for more than 20 years. Give them a call or check out their website, I guess I should say, at risingphoenix.com. And again, Jami, Thank you so much for appearing with us today for this episode of the Smithville Chamber Chatter podcast.
Thank you, April. Look forward to seeing y'all.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I want to invite our listeners and viewers to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Spotify or iTunes, or watch our podcast on our Facebook page. Until then, come out, enjoy Smithville, a big, small town experience. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for listening to Smithville Chamber Chatter with your host, April Daniels. If you'd like to be a guest, email us at april.daniels@smithvilletx.org. Between now and our next episode, be sure to check out the Chamber's website at www.smithvilletx.org. Until then, we'll see you on Main Street.